in the capital of Azerbaijan, Baku, for the 7th summit of the Turkish Business Council, and I'm very happy to be here. Now, taking this opportunity, I also would like to thank my brother İlhan Aliyev for his great hospitality. And again, taking this opportunity, I would like to congratulate my dear brother, President Cem Bekov, who were the hosts of this event last year. For the 10th anniversary of Nahçıvan Agreement, my dear brother Şevket Mizderevin is now becoming a full member to our council, and this is a historic and momentous event indeed. I would like to say welcome to Uzbekistan and congratulate them for joining our ranks. What makes this summit a momentous occasion is the fact that the wise man, the founder of Kazakhstan, Nazarbayev, is also being made an honorary chair of the Turkic Council, and we would like to once again congratulate him and wish him every success. President Viktor Orban is also with us, and we are delighted by his presence as well. Again, taking this opportunity, I would like to shout out to Bardat Ambrier, our Secretary General, for their hard work and for putting this magnificent event. Dear brothers, platforms such as Turkic Council are gaining importance all across the world. Turkic Council is cooperating with other multilateral platforms around the world, and we attach great importance to this. The Council is also active within IOC and UN, and we hope to make sure that it has an observation capacity in these platforms. To make that possible, we support the foundation of funds. But first of all, we need to look into the financial, legal, and administrative foundations of such a fund, and we need to make sure that we act carefully under the auspices of the Secretariat. We need to reach out to relevant international bodies and engage ourselves in a detailed effort to pull this off. Now, international trade is based on the USD, and at times of uncertainty, this brings about certain risks. And for that, we need to make sure that we focus on our economies and reduce the pressure of foreign exchange on our economies. We need to implement mechanisms to overcome this hurdle. We need to underscore the importance of trading in local currencies once again. Dear brothers, on the east and west axis, through the middle corridor, through the Caspian and through Turkey, transportation itineraries hold a very important potential. And in order to make the best use of this potential, we need to increase cooperation between our customs. We need to focus on quotas, because quotas are one of the biggest hurdles in front of our bilateral trade. As Turkic Council, we need to do away with these quotas. And also we need to make sure that our diasporas act in harmony, in unison, and we need to devise projects for that to happen. As things stand, member states of the Turkic Council, actually 1,300 students from these countries are studying in Turkey at universities, and those who graduate from Turkish universities, tens of thousands of students actually, they have become physicians, engineers, bureaucrats, and politicians in their native countries, and as such, they are serving the Turkic world. We need to also emphasize the importance of culture, economy, but also sports, librarianship, and archives. We need to focus on these areas and expedite our efforts to achieve results in these domains. Türkpay based in Baku, and Turkish Culture and Heritage Foundation, again based in Baku, Turkish Academy in Astana, and also the Turkish Descent organization in Ankara must be supported by us all. We need to increase cooperation between all these bodies, and we need to establish a coordination body, and hopefully at this summit we are going to take this decision all together. In today's world, for our region to live in peace and harmony, we are surrounded by threats, chief amongst which is terrorism. PKK, YPG, Daesh, and FETÖ are heinous terrorist organizations, and that's why we need to cooperate in security as well. In Syria, in the last 8 years, we have gone through a lot. A terrorist organization was used to eradicate another, but that simply cannot be achieved. As Turkey, we suffered a great deal because of the PKK and PYD and YPG terrorism, and on the 9th of October, we took a decisive step to launch Operation Peace Spring, which has two important objectives. First of which is to make sure that the PKK, YPG related terrorist threat is completely eradicated in northeastern Syria. And the second objective of our operation is to make sure that we can create a safe zone for 3.6 million Syrian Arabs, so that they can be resettled in their own land and live in their own land, in their motherland, in peace. And also, we have 350,000 Syrian Kurds that we are hosting in our country right now. Today marks the 7th day of the operation. The United Nations at the 74th General Assembly, we shared a safe zone map with the entire world, and in line with that map, our operation is underway quite successfully. As of this morning, 1,000 square kilometers were cleansed of the occupation of the terrorist organization, and inshallah, in a very short while, from Manbij to the Iraqi border, we are going to make the entire region safe, and at first 1 million and then 2 million Syrian refugees will hopefully be sent to their own land. In Afrin, Jarablus, and Azez, we achieved success, and here as well, thanks to international support, we will build hospitals, schools, and infrastructure and housing units as well in a bid to achieve stability. Now, north of Syria should be flourishing again thanks to fountains of peace, and until that day comes, we will continue our struggle. Our ancestor Dede Korkut once famously said that good friends reveal themselves in bad times, and you should not call a good friend when you're in need. So in Turkey's struggle, we expect your support from our brothers. Since the operation started, many leaders supported Turkey, and taking this opportunity, I would like to thank them once again for their support. The Turkic world is comprised of 300 million people, and I do believe that all our brothers and sisters and their hearts are beating with Turkey, and that they're praying for our army. And similarly, on the night of 15th of July, we lost hundreds of our citizens, and there were thousands of people who were wounded, and we kindly ask you to maintain the support that you have provided to us since then. Thanks to the Turkish Maruf Foundation, we are ready to support you in all sorts of ways in education. Dear brothers and sisters, in our national causes, we need to stand united, and that's a prerequisite of our fraternity. Azerbaijan's own territory, Nagorno-Karabakh, is under Armenian invasion, and 1 million brothers of ours have had to flee their homes, and they have to live as fugitives because of this invasion. And the United Nations, I said this at the General Assembly summit of the UN, UN. This is something that is not acceptable. The Upper Karabakh conflict must be resolved as soon as possible through peaceful means based on the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan, and we remain committed to achieving this goal. I believe that Cypriot Turks are also a part of the Turkic world, and sadly, their problems are still not resolved. We want this unfair isolation and embargo to be lifted, and we kindly ask you to support us in this endeavor. As I conclude my remarks with these sentiments, I would like to once again thank everyone who made Turkic Council a stellar success that it is today, and inshallah, next year we are going to be hosting the 8th summit in Turkey, and hopefully Turkmenistan will become a full member by then. I hope that this is a fruitful meeting, and I would like to take this opportunity also to call out to all my brothers and sisters in the Turkic world and send them my deepest regards, and hopefully with the participation of Turkestan, we will be 6 nations, 6 states, and one nation. 6 states and 1 nation. That's what we are going to achieve. May God help us. Thank you.
Teşekkür ederim hörmətli cənab prezident. İndi isə çıxış üçün söz verilir Özbəkistan Respublikasının prezidenti cənab Şəfqət Miramonoviç Mirziyoyevə. Buyurun.
Hörmətli İlham Qaydaroviç, muhtaram